Have you ever noticed something strange? Two people can go through the exact same situation. One grows stronger and the other becomes bitter. One sees an opportunity while the other sees only injustice. So, what made the difference? It wasn't the situation, it was the person experiencing it. We often believe that our happiness depends on what happens around us. If I had a better job, I would be happier. If my coworkers respected me, life would be easier. If people stopped treating me badly, I would finally have peace. But here is the difficult truth. You don't control every circumstance in your life. You only control the meaning you give to your circumstances. Imagine you dislike your job. Every morning feels like a burden. You can spend years complaining about it. Or you can ask a different question. What is this job allowing me to build? Maybe it's paying your bills. Maybe it's helping you support your family. Or maybe it's funding the education that will eventually help you live. The job hasn't changed, but your relationship with it has. And sometimes that's enough to reduce suffering. Now imagine another challenge. There is a coworker who constantly talks behind your back. You can't control what they say. You can't control their character. But you can control something far more important. Whether you allow their behavior to control your peace of mind or not. Psychologists call this the circle of control. The more energy you spend trying to control people, the more powerless you feel. The more energy you invest in controlling your own thoughts, actions, and responses, the stronger you become. Your peace should never depend on someone else's behavior, because the moment it does, you have handed them the keys to your emotional life. But this lesson isn't only about protecting yourself. It's also about understanding the impact you have on others. Most of us underestimated how powerful a single action can be. Imagine you are walking down a busy street and you are frustrated. You are in a hurry and someone accidentally bumps into you. You push them away and say something very rude. For you, it's over in 5 seconds and you forget about it. But what if that person was already carrying the weight of the world? Maybe their mother or someone is in the hospital. Maybe they just lost their job. Maybe they are fighting a battle no one knows about. So your 5 seconds of anger might become the final drop that overwhelms them. We often think our actions disappear the moment they are over, but they don't. They continue living in someone else's experience. And that's why kindness is never a small act. Neither is cruelty. Modern psychology talks about something called emotional contagion. Emotions spreads. One angry person can influence an entire room, while one calm person can do the same. Your attitude doesn't stop with you. It quietly travels through every interactions you have. And this is also why many philosophies speak about karma, not as some magical force, but as a simple principle of cause and effect. The energy you repeatedly bring into the world often shapes the world that eventually comes back to you. A person who constantly spreads bitterness usually creates broken relationships. A person who constantly offers respect and kindness often build trust, opportunities, and meaningful connections. Not because life is always fair, but because human relationships respond to how we treat one another. So today, before you try to change your circumstances, ask yourself a question, a different question. What part of this situation is actually within my control? And before reacting to someone in anger, pause for just 5 seconds, because you never know what battle they are already fighting. Sometimes the greatest way to change your life is not by changing the world around you, but by changing the way you respond to it. And often that's where real strength begins, right? That's the mantra to live a बेफिक्र जिंदगी.